you all for coming tonight. Last night I joked a little about being brave coming to this show because it's a little different than we've done here. But there's another kind of brave with all the percussion stuff going on. So thank you for being patient with that. That's something that the state sets for them, and I don't have control over us being at the same time. So thank you for being here. There's a lot that you could have chosen to do tonight, and you're going to be really glad that you came. This show is a part of theater history. It's a part of legend and myth and so many things that go on, but when we study theater history in class, we talk about this play, and we talk about where it came from, and almost everything that we know about theater came from ancient Greece and those early beginnings. So it's a really nice way to give you an introduction into what a Greek show is like with a modern language. You're going to understand it, I promise. It still has the Greek chorus. The Greek chorus acts as narrators, as citizens of what's happening. It's very poignant. The message is basically for all time. And so I'm sure you're really going to be amazed at the performances, the level that these students have understood what they're talking about. It's really amazing. Before we start, just our normal theater rules. No flash photography, please. No video recording. Please turn off your cell phones. When it's a small crowd like this, even a vibrating cell phone can be annoying. The show isn't that long. You're going to be amazed at how fast it moves along. It's about 40 minutes, intermission, 40 minutes, we're done. So I think you'll be okay without your phones for a little bit. Plus, all the work that they put into this, once you see it, you're going to understand what I mean by that. Just any kind of distraction like that just isn't fair to the students either. So again, clear your minds a little bit. Be ready to experience a part of theater that maybe you haven't experienced before, but you're going to be really glad you did. So enjoy Antigone.
Antigone, Thebes, just before the break of dawn, the end of war.
Swooping down like a bird of prey.
With flashing wings, with bloody talons. With flashing wings, with bloody talons.
Before the 17th of Thebes he landed, swooping in like a bird of prey, opening his jaws with murderous cries, embracing our city in a circle of blood. like a malignant wind, his voice rose against us.
With shouts of victory he stormed at our walls.
But the Father of heaven heard his boasting, and lifted our city with arms of fire.
On the hands of the gods like lightning we swung, and struck the rebels in flames to the ground.
7 invaders at 7 gates, by 7 defenders all defeated, doomed to destruction by their swaggering tongues.
Yet our children, our families, doomed as well to fall in battle besides Edicles, our king, and Polynices, his brother, whose bloody pride brought this war to Thebes. 2 brothers at one gate, in one fight, matched swords together, and both in one blow the gods laid low. Oh, sister, dear sister Ismene, how heavy the hand of God is upon us. How we suffer for our father Oedipus. There is no pain, no sorrow, no dishonor we have not shared, you and I. And now there is more.
What is it, Antigone? Are you mad? Why do you pull me from the palace before dawn?
The battle is ended. Our brothers both fallen, and Creon is named king. He comes now to proclaim orders to the city. How can you sleep? Have you heard nothing?
I have heard nothing of those we love. My tears drove me to sleep. The Argive army I know was withdrawn, and Edicles and Polynices, our brothers, both dead. What more could I know?
That's why I pulled you from your bed. To tell you my news where we could speak alone.
What news, Antigone? What news could be more black than the death of our brothers, or better than the end of the war?
Oh, Ismene. Our dearest treated like an animal, our brother. Edicles is safe. He is to be buried as a hero of state with all observance due the noble dead. But Polynices, just as unhappily fallen, still lies in danger and shame. Uncovered, unblessed, unwept, a beast of flesh for carrion birds, a ravishing beast of the field. He is not to be buried, not to be mourned. No enemy of Thebes has ever suffered so, or ever deserved such a fate. The noble Creon, our own uncle, makes this order, Ismene, against you, against me, against our family. The penalty for disobedience is death. Now is the time to show yourself a true daughter of Oedipus, to show yourself worthy of your high-born blood.
My poor sister, if this is true, what can I do or undo to help you?
The question is, will you help me?
With what, Antigone? What do you want?
To cover the body. We'll go together as sisters, you and I.
You mean to bury? Against the order?
Is Polynices not my brother? Is he not yours? He fought against our city, yes, but his claim was as strong as that of Edicles. He dies in battle for what he believed. That is punishment enough. Our brother does not deserve this dishonor before the gods. I will never desert him, never.
But Creon has ordered this. The gods have made him our king. How can we dare what is forbidden by the state?
We dare because it is right. How does our uncle dare keep me from my brother?
Sister, beware your pride. You forget the shame of our father, killing his father, wedding his mother. His awful crime, self-proved, avenged by his own stubborn hand. You forget the death of our mother, hung in a noose of her own making. And now our brothers, full of anger and pride, both boasting their claims to the throne, both dead in a single day. Blood for blood, both slain by the other's hand. We too stand alone now, Antigone, the last of the line of Oedipus. How shall we end if we disregard the law, if we defy our king? Oh, sister, think what it costs to be always right. We are women. We should nurture men, not fight against them. We need our leaders. Strong rulers offer strong protection for our city, for ourselves. We must obey this order, Antigone. Even orders worse than this. May the gods forgive me. I must do as I am commanded. To do more is madness.
Go your own way, then. A helpless woman, waiting to be led by men. I will bury my brother. I will not ask again for your help, nor would I thank you if you gave it. The gods, I know, will protect me, but if I should die, my happiness, convicted of loyalty and reverence, I am content to lie beside my brother rather than to stand here with you. We have little time to please the living, but all eternity to love the dead. Live, Ismene, if you will. Live and defy the holiest laws of heaven.
I do not defy the laws of heaven. I obey the laws of the state. I have no choice.
There is always a choice.
Is it wrong to choose to live? I know I am weak, Antigone.
A handful of earth is not heaven.
No.
Then let weakness be your excuse. I will cover the body of my brother.
I fear for you, Antigone. I
Fear
fear
for yourself. You need not fear for me.
At least be secret. Go quietly. I'll not betray you.
You betray me already. Do you think I care if the world knows I love my brother? Proclaim it to the city, to all the world, or I shall hate you even more.
How can you be my sister? My heart is frozen at the thought of this, while yours burns blindly with madness.
Is it madness to know where true duty lies? I know
What
my
good is your duty if you can't succeed? The whole city is watching, Antigone. You're doomed to fail.
When I have tried and failed, I shall
But
not.
why start such a hopeless task?
Enough! You are not my sister. I have no sister. Leave me alone with my madness.
Antigone, wait!
No! Your words won't bury my brother. I will kneel and put my hands in the earth. There is no punishment that can make me fear that honor. I am proud of my love.
Go then, go! To your death if you can't listen to reason! But remember the living who love you, and will love you still.
Great
Is the joy in the city of Thebes. Great is the victory in the city of Bacchus. Now is the time to fill the temples with glad thanksgiving for the end of the war. To shake the ground with night-long dances. Set Bacchus afoot and delight abounding.
Creon the king! Creon, son of Monosius!
Creon, king!
Great is the joy in the city of Thebes. Great is the victory in the city of Bacchus. Creon, king!
citizens, counselors, friends. The gods have brought our city safe through a storm of trouble. Today is a day of great victory, a day of celebration for all of Thebes. But it is also a day of loss, a day of mourning for our friends, our children, lost to this bloody war.
It is a day to offer thanks to our altars, to return in peace and joy to our homes, to honor the fallen, and to listen to the words of heaven.
Good Tiresias, welcome. The gods have delivered our city, and we welcome their priests.
Noble Creon, citizens of Thebes, we greet you, my companion and I, who share one pair of eyes on our journey back to the temple. For the blind, to walk wisely, must always follow a leader.
Both you and your eyes are welcome on this day of victory and peace. We invite your prayers and the blessings of the gods.
My prayers are with you, as with your son Megarius, sacrificed to this senseless war. A blessing on his name and for all who suffer and loss.
A blessing on his name and for all who suffer in loss.
I return now to the oracle, and as the gods speak, I will listen and share their words, if you would hear and heed them.
There never was a time, Tiresias, for good or ill when I have failed to hear your words.
And thus have so far steered a steady course.
I know too well, good priest, the debt I owe you.
I wish you the blessings of heaven, my son. As the gods lead me now back to their altar, so they have led you to the throne of Thebes. Creon, king!
Creon, king!
Citizens, friends, I thank you as I thank the gods. I count upon their blessing as I count upon your support in this time of trouble and change. The sons of Oedipus who brought this sorrow to our city are fallen. both in this civil war are slain, both killed by his own brother's hand. As they have fallen in battle, so the rule of this kingdom has fallen to me. It is an honor I did not seek, a responsibility not lightly held. There is no greater test for the mind and spirit of man than the burden of authority and rule. It is a burden we must share together. And why I speak to you now, even on this day of triumph, there are dangers still within our walls, threats to our state, our people, our peace. We cannot safely rest while any single man puts himself before the good of our city. A party of rebels, of malcontents, who see only profit in blood and war, conspire to draw us again into battle. They wear masks of friends and counselors, but their ambition is a poison that will destroy our home. I stand for you now against these rebels and against any threats to our state. But I cannot stand alone. We must unite as a single body under our law. Only together can we resist threats to our city. We must see with the same eyes, hear with the same ears, share the beating of a single heart and the strength of a common will. Of this I am sure our country is our life. Only when the state is whole, when we stand strong and undivided under our law and before the world, can we stand secure in our peace. These are the words by which I strengthen our city. These are the words by which I must rule. In accordance with these words, I have made an order concerning my kinsmen, the sons of Oedipus. Senator.
Oedipus, our king who fell fighting in defense of our city, fighting gallantly to defend his home, shall be honored with a burial of state, with all rights due to the noble dead of Thebes. His brother, the traitor Polynices, who came from exile to destroy the home of his father, to burn the temple of Bacchus, to drink the blood of Thebes, to make slaves of his family and friends, shall have no grave, no rites, no burial. All mourning is forbidden under penalty of death. The body is to be left uncovered, left to be eaten by carrion birds and the beasts of the field. A sign of war for all to see.
These are my words. This is my order. Alive or dead, the faithful servant of his country shall be rewarded. The traitor, covered by nothing but shame. Never again shall we stand in weakness. Never again shall we draw our weapons lightly. Never again shall discord triumph over order. As the gods above have witnessed the bloody horror of this war, let them witness now my vow. Never again shall brother slaughter brother at the gates of Thebes.
Son of Monosius, king, the gods have delivered our city to your hand. Your judgment for the friend, as for the enemy of Thebes, is clear. For the dead, as for the still living, your will is law.
I can only ask that the law be carried out.
Someone younger might be more fit to watch over the corpse, my lord.
Fear not, my friend. The guard is already set.
What other duty do you require of us?
Only to hear the law and obey. To stand as one against those who would threaten our state. As we stood today against the army of Argos, great is the joy in the city of Thebes.
Great is the victory in the city of Bacchus. Great is the joy in the city of Thebes. Great is the victory in the city of Bacchus.
Wonders are many on the earth, and the greatest of these is man.
Man, master of ageless earth, bending to his mortal will, this eternal mother of the gods. By the sweat of his brow, by the fire of his mind, he conquers the surging ocean. He climbs above the drifting clouds.
Man, Lord of all things living, beasts of the field, birds of the air, all force of nature has he taken and tamed. Earth, fire and water, harnessed, caught in his hands, and taught to bear.
Man, who found the use of language and the windswift motion of thought, who built shelter from the rain and turned them to towers of beauty. Cities, where we learn together the laws of state, of living as one.
Man, whose power knows no limit.
Cunning to conquer every danger.
Strength to stand against attack.
Passion to face the fates.
For every challenge, an answer.
For every ill save death, a remedy. Such is the power of man.
Such is the modesty of man, who draws both to good and evil ways, bringing power in these mortal hands to uphold the laws of state and heaven. But minds that close in pride threaten all beauty, without and within.
He that hears but will not listen walks alone toward the wages of sin.
My lord, I am out of breath. Not from running. I haven't been running. Well, I have been running, but I've been stopping too. You've heard the old saying, hurry up and wait. That's me. Years of army training. First you hurry up, and then you wait. So, on the way here, I thought, oh, hurry, you fool. If the king hears your story from someone else, you're as good as dead. But then I thought, wait, why rush to bring bad news? You know what they say about killing the messenger. So there I stood, caught between silly and Charybdis. But at last duty won out over fear, and here I am, as fast as my unwilling feet could move me. Old habits die hard, I guess. Old soldiers too, I hope. I'm rambling again, aren't I? I do that when I'm nervous, and I'm so nervous now, so I'm probably rambling. But the point is this. I'm here to tell my story, and whatever I suffer for is in the hands of the gods. My lord.
Good heavens, man. What is the matter?
Begging your pardon, sir, but the matter is for the ears of the king.
I listen for the king. Tell me your news.
I don't want to tell it at all, sir, but if the story's told, it has to be to the king.
It must be a strange tale to breed such a nervous beginning.
Strange is a good word, sir. Miraculous is better.
Sentry! What news?
Frightening is best.
Speak, soldier.
Sergeant of the watch, sir. Making reports.
Well, out with it then.
Yes, sir. Right away, sir. It's this, sir. The corpse. Someone has gone and buried it, or rather, they've buried it and gone.
What?
Dry dust, sir. Scattered all over the body like a kind of burial of sorts.
Who dared to do this?
Well, that's the mystery, sir. We could make nothing of it. There was no sign of pick, no scratch of shovel. Whoever it was left no clues behind. Nothing. The ground was hard and dry. No trace of wheels. It happened like magic, sir. A miracle. When the first watch showed us, we stood there amazed, well, speechless if you can imagine. But there it was, the body covered from sight. Not a real grave, of course, just this layer of earth, like from the hand of some pious passerby, or maybe kicked up by a welcoming dog. But there were no signs, not of animal nor of man, which made us all a touch jumpy. We set in on the first watch, accusing them. And then they pointed right back at us. And pretty soon, everyone was accusing and everyone was denying, till we almost came to blows. Every man of us was ready to walk through fire and swear to heaven we hadn't done it, nor knew who done it, nor knew of anyone who might have known of anyone who done it. And then one of the men said something that made our blood run cold. What he said was this: someone must tell the king. Well, there was no question there, sir, so it was agreed. We drew lots for it, sir, and as you can see, I lost. So, there's the report, sir, such as it is, delivered as much against my will as yours, I am sure. And I'm hoping that you can see the difference, sir, between the message and the messenger.
My lord, I fear the hands of the gods are in this. Perhaps it is
Do
a
you
sign
not
of-
see the hands of our enemies before those of our gods? The rebels conspire in this action to upset our newly righted state.
The watch has seen no rebels.
What mortal
You
was
saw
there?
no one at the body?
Not a soul, sir, nor any sign of one.
The gods have
Enough of that. You speak like a superstitious old fool. Could the gods give a thought to this carrion flesh? Would they hold Polynices in high esteem, see him buried like a martyr? This man who came to burn their temples, to plunder their shrines, their lands, their laws. No! Blasphemy to think this a man the gods could love.
But who would risk death to defy your law?
Powers who profit from a city at war. Traitors bribe their servants to do these things. They would overturn our law and push us back into battle. We cannot bend to their greed. Money is the greatest curse of man. Money can buy the weak of will and lead even well-meaning souls into betrayal and shame. Sentry, are you true to the state? Can your loyalty be bought?
Yes, sir. I mean, no, sir. I mean, the first one, sir. You can count me true, sir. No question there, sir. True blue.
Find who's made this burial. Bring him into my sight today. This is my test of trust in you. And as a God above is my witness, if I find you unfaithful or false, no mere death will pay your reckoning.
My lord,
All who stand against our state will learn not to look for unlawful gain. And it will be a painful lesson.
I'm just trying to do my job,
Then
sir.
do it! And now, your wickedness will find more loss than profit. Go!
Just another word, sir?
No! You have your charge. Your words are already like daggers in my ears.
Off your ear, sir, or your conscience!
You are either very brave or very foolish to trade words with a king. What do soldiers know of conscience?
Only that mine own is clear. I may offend your ears, sir, but he that's guilty is the one offends your law. I'm an innocent man until proven different, and I deserve to be treated so.
You should drop your sword and study the law. You were born to argue.
Maybe so, sir. One of the few real pleasures left in a democracy. Well, that and the innocent until proven guilty thing.
Hear me, Sergeant, and live to savor your pleasures. Misplaced ambition is a deadly thing. Let not your reach exceed your grasp, for ill-gotten gain brings only ills. If you have sold your soul for money, if you fail to bring me the doer of this deed, I will teach you the difference between guilt and innocence. And all of your arguments will be with the gods.
Everyone says that it's good to be the king, but it doesn't agree with him. My only ambition is to find the doer of this deed. If heaven wills, I will. And if not, here, set living and free, well, it's very unlikely they'll ever find me.
Ambition drives men to good, and many it lures to destruction. Falsely lighting flames of desire, of greed, of power, till failure trips men unawares, and they fall, consumed in fire.
Ambition lifts man towards the gods, to the secrets of science and spirit, unlocking the mysteries of life, of energy, of matter.
Yet knowledge without wisdom dooms all our race.
To destroy what it creates. As in the past, so in the future.
For mortal man, this law is true. Greatly to live is greatly to fight.
To endure,
To suffer.
and for a world in pain, ambition can seem the same as hope.
Evil, the same as good.
As easy as that. Caught in the act. Where's the king? My lord. My lord. My lord. There's no pleasure like an unexpected pleasure. And to tell you true, after the beating the king gave me before, I never expected to have that pleasure again. But here I am, and here she is, just like he asked, her hands in the earth, setting the grave in order.
Are you in your senses, man? Do you know the girl you bring here?
I only know her for what she is, sir. The doer of the deed. No question there, sir, kneeling at the grave. Taught her myself. And here she is, sir, signed, sealed, and delivered. So take her, judge her, convict her, if you will. But as for me, I'm free, sir, I hope, and done with the whole horrible business.
This is madness. Do you know what you're saying?
My words weren't clear? Oh, was I rambling again? Oh, I was rambling, wasn't I? I'm so sorry, sir. I'll make it plain. This girl is the offender. I saw her myself, burying the body. The one you said not to bury.
Tell me exactly how she came to be seen. How she was taken in this act.
All right, sir. It was like this. After I got back to the place with all of your threats and curses still ringing in my ears, we swept off the earth that covered the body and left it again just like you ordered. Naked, rotten, and stinking into high heaven. We set the watch then and sat together upon the hill to the windward side as far as we could, keeping clear of the stench. The boys kept each other sharp and alert, with a bit of gambling and sharing of tales. We were ready for anything, sir, tight as a tick, until, with almost no warning at all, a deathly quiet fell. That moment you feel before a storm, you know? And sure enough, all Hades broke loose. At first, the sun seemed to suddenly explode. Flaming orange bursts high in the sky. And through this blaze of light and heat, a swarm of dust arose, swirling like a plague from heaven, sweeping over the ground, stripping the trees stark bare, filling the air so you could hardly breathe. You had to shut your eyes to stand against it, like staring into the face of the gods. And then, just as suddenly, it stopped. Gone. As quick as it came. And there she stood. This little girl screaming like an angry bird when it finds its nest empty and the little one's gone. Just like that. She screamed, seeing the naked body. And crying and cursing, she scooped up the dust and cast it over the corpse. And then she started in praying and pouring out oils from this fine earthen urn. Grecian, I think. 3 times she called, wailing in prayer, making offering to the gods of the dead. Well, it took us a moment, sir, to get over the shock. But when our heads were clear, down we came, took her in hand, charged her in the name of the king. And here she stands, I'm happy to say, though a bit sorry too in a way. It's good to save your own skin, of course, but it's sad to bring trouble to another. I've nothing against the girl, and I wish her no harm. But if truth be known, I can't really say I've ever valued anyone's life more than my own.
Well, speak, child. Open your mouth. Do you admit to this deed? Do you deny this story?
I am no child, but a grown woman. Both his story and my deed are true.
Sentry, you may go. You are free from blame.
Oh, thank the gods! And thank you, sir. I knew it was just right. Back to my post, sir. Best of luck, little lady.
Now tell me, old woman, in as few words as you can, did you know of the order forbidding this act?
The order was plain enough. The word of the king is law.
Yet you think yourself above the law.
No one is above the law, but some laws are made higher than others. Do you think your order strong enough to overrule the unwritten laws of heaven?
The gods have delivered our city from the bloody hands of your brother, Antigone. They require no honor for such a traitor.
They require my family to mourn their dead. The laws of man may change moment by moment, but the rules of the gods stand true yesterday, today, and tomorrow. I have honored the laws of heaven above the laws of man. I have buried my brother. As I stand guilty before you, I stand innocent before the gods.
Your act in itself may seem righteous, child, but you cannot turn the law into your own hands. But you place the desires of one above the protection of our city.
How does covering the body of my brother bring danger to our home?
Our city will fall without respect for order. Even an act committed in honor cannot stand above authority and rule. You are the daughter of a king, a lawmaker. No one should hold our laws more sacred or be more truly bound by their rule.
Judge me then if you will. Enforce your order and let me die. I will trust myself to the judgment of heaven.
She is her father's daughter. She shares the spirit of Oedipus.
The pride of Oedipus. Stubborn, foolish pride, Antigone. I have no time to play this game.
There is no game, uncle.
There is, child. You play the rebel, burning with passion. You would have me play the tyrant. You would have me kill you to prove a point when I would do nothing more than save your life and name.
I cannot make you a tyrant, uncle. You have chosen to be king, as I have chosen to bury my brother. We must do our duty.
My duty is to protect this city, to protect these people, to protect you, even from yourself.
You cannot protect me from what I believe.
Do you wish to die?
I wish to live, but not at any price. Your punishment I can easily bear. Leaving my mother's son to rot in the field, lying alone, unburied, unmourned. This is the pain beyond bearing. The death you threaten comes to me as it must for every mortal. If sooner rather than later, I will thank you then for letting me join my family. To live each day without them as I do makes me glad to die.
These proud thoughts do not sit well on the shoulders of children. Who has pushed you to commit this act? With whom do you conspire?
I have acted alone. I conspire with the gods.
Repent this foolish act, child, and grow to your full flower. Or stand as a woman and face the judgment of the state. People of Thebes, my sister's child, this daughter of Oedipus, with whom I share my home, has broken the rule of our law. She stands before you now, not in shame, but proudly boasting of her deed. In this act, she names herself our enemy, when she could have easily been our friend. Before the gods and the people of this city, I have vowed to protect you from our enemies, to enforce the order of law. The good of the many must stand before the willful desires of the one, even if that one were my own child. The full punishment of Thebes must fall to Antigone and to her partners in this action. Stand forward and speak if you know more of this crime. Stand forward. Call forth her sister. Bring Ismene here. She fills my house with weeping and wailing. I thought in mourning for her brother, but the thoughts of criminals often betray themselves after the deed is done. If your sister knows of this act, she stands as guilty as you.
Will you do more than kill me?
Since death is your wish, no.
Then why delay? Nothing I say can weigh with you as nothing you say can reach my ear. I have buried my brother. It was an honorable act, as anyone here would tell you were their lips not locked with fear.
None of these people think as you.
Yes, uncle, they do, yet they dare not tell you so. Only kings and rebels truly speak their minds. Your people hold their tongues because they are afraid.
My only fear is that your willful passion will claim your life, child.
No, uncle. I think I frighten you. I frighten you because I can say no. It is easy to lead when all will blindly follow, but hard when someone stands up to say no.
No is a word for children, Antigone. It is easy to play the rebel, to find fault. It is even easy to die. Death is escape. What is hard is to live, to work, to stare into days of sorrow and loss, to accept responsibility, and still to go on. It costs much more to live than to die. These people are not afraid. They are wise in the ways of the law, in a world filled with uneasy choices. These people hear the practical voice of reason, while you cover your ears and scream. You stand alone in your childish pride, unrepentant, unashamed.
There is no shame in honoring my brother.
Or was not his enemy who died with him your brother?
Yes, both were my brothers, the sons of Oedipus.
In honoring one, do you not insult the other?
He that is dead will not accuse me
He
so.
will, Antigone. He will scream from the underworld if you honor him no more than a traitor.
It was not a traitor, but his brother that died.
Attacking his country, his home, while the other defended?
Even so, we have a duty to the dead.
But what is your duty to the living? Should we give equal honor to good and evil?
In the land of the dead, perhaps that is the law.
An enemy can't be a friend, even when dead.
Must an enemy dead remain forever an enemy, ready to rise in spirit and turn our fears into war? Is the land of the gods divided like ours with bloody lines between friend and foe? I have no answers for your riddles. I only know I follow my heart. My way is to share my love, not to share my hate.
Go then. If you will hear no reason, share your love among the dead where it can bear no fruit. The gods save our city from the logic of women.
Ismene, my lord, still full of tears. I can learn nothing from her.
Stand up, girl, and speak. Admit a share in your sister's plot. Do you deny a part in this burial?
I am to blame as much as she. I did it, yes.
No, that is not just. You turned away when I asked your help.
But now I am here. I am not ashamed to stand beside you.
Whose was the deed? Death and the gods are witness. I can love no friend whose love is only words. You shall not die with me. You cannot claim that which you would not touch. One death is enough.
How can I live if all of my family must die?
Ask our uncle. He would make the state your family.
Do you find joy in taunting me?
No, sister, no. Though I always have before. Now my every jest is a bitter pain.
No, Antigone, tell me, what can I do? How can I help? You are my sister. If you must die, let me die with you.
That was my choice. You must find your own.
Why is it wrong to want to live?
It isn't. Not if there is something to live for. Your way seems right to some, to others mine. You chose life, Ismene, so live. Your heart will hurt longer than mine. It was right for me to help the dead. Your fate is still to serve the living.
Both creatures are mad, I think. One lately crazed, the other from her birth.
Even the strongest mind breaks under misfortune's blow. Oh, uncle, have pity.
I do not want your pity. I have done no wrong.
Your pride will destroy you, Antigone. Repent this foolish deed and
It is
live.
your law that is foolish. I cannot live under a rule that is
And
unjust.
I cannot live without my sister.
You have no sister. Count her dead already.
You could take her life so quickly. Your own son's bride.
Amen.
Yes, Haman. No truer match was ever made than theirs.
My son shall find other fields to plow.
Oh, Haman, my cousin, can your father hate you so?
What father would wed his son to so vile a creature? A stinging serpent who waits in his own home to betray him.
You would take her from your own son's arms?
Not I, but the law and death shall take her. She will have it no other way. Take them and keep them locked within. The proper place for traitors and women.
What is the hope of man?
In life and death is the house of Oedipus shaken, generation to generation of trial.
The wrath of the gods that will bear no reason, that judges with no atonement, that hears their sorrow but will not acquit their pain.
What is the hope of man?
A world of justice should rescue the good.
A world of justice should punish all evil. Yet in man they stand together as one.
The eyes of fate see the innocent are guilty,
And the wicked can live to walk free.
What is the hope of man?
Happy are they who live without fear, whose house stands free from sorrow.
From the judgment of fate that follows all men and falls without warning, relentless and uncaring as the surge of the sea.
I am your father. Do you call my name in anger before the people of our city? You have heard of my judgment for this woman, my son, who has broken the rule of our law. Do you stand now with her and against your father?
I am your son, sir, and by your decisions my life is ruled. I can value nothing, not even those I love, above your good guidance.
Only for this do fathers pray for sons, obedient, loyal, and ready to strike the foes of their family and love their friends. When a man's children turn against him, he has bred trouble in his home and laughter among his friends. Do not be fooled by the warmth you share for this woman, my son. She has proven a proud and willful enemy and will betray you as she has me, as she betrays our state. Your passion will be cold comfort in the arms of such a creature. No wound strikes deeper than love turned to hate.
Father, let me
No! There's no more to say. She has no wish to talk other than to boast of her crime. Take her away. She has chosen her friends from among the dead, Haman. You must stand among the living.
How can you do this, Father?
How can I not? If I allow a traitor inside our state, I make myself a traitor too. No, she must face the law as anyone must who places themselves above it.
She is to be my wife. How can you send her from our home to her death?
How, if I allow an enemy inside our home, can I hope to rule those outside our walls? How can I manage the affairs of state if I can't manage my own household? This girl has taken the law into her own hands, and to twist the law to one's own pleasure is danger to us all. Law and order upholds the state, and he that upholds the state must uphold the law even in the smallest matter. Only law and leader obeyed without question protects the safety of our people. I have stood in the blood of battle, my son, and listened to the counsels of kings. There is no greater peril than disobedience and disorder. States are devoured by it, homes laid in ruins, armies defeated, victory turned to rout, when order and obedience might have saved lives and honor. The ruler who lives by the law, our people can depend on in the storm of war and turn to in time of trouble. To betray the law is to betray our city, Haman, to betray ourselves, and that we cannot do, not for the arms of any woman.
As far as an old man can tell, it seems to me your majesty has spoken well.
Father, man's wisdom is the gift of heaven, his understanding the greatest gift of all. I neither am nor would wish to be clever enough to prove you wrong, sir. But there may be men, Father, who do not always think as you. I can watch and listen to what you cannot see and hear. Voices troubled by silence. Whispers spoken in the darkness. Your people pity Antigone, Father. Their secret voices call this punishment unjust. The most unjust that woman ever suffered for such an honorable act.
There is no honor in breaking our law.
There is honor in burying the dead. To mourn a brother fallen in battle rather than leaving him to rot in the field.
Do you think I cannot feel? My heart is not so hard as you have believed, but to rule from emotion leads only to chaos. A leader does not listen to cries and whispers, but to the practical voice of reason. Don't turn your back to me!
Father, I respect the burden of your reason and the burden of your rule. I do love Antigone, but there is nothing I prize above your happiness and well-being. What greater good can any son desire? What greater gift could any father wish from his son? Only for this do I speak. Let not your first thought be your only thought. Think if there cannot be some other way. Surely to think your way the only wisdom, your way the only words, the only will betrays a shallow spirit, an empty heart. It is no weakness for the wisest man to learn when he is wrong, to know and to yield. So, on the margin of a flooded river, trees bending to the torrents live unbroken, while those that strain against it snap. Father, think. Put aside your pride, set aside your anger. Infallible wisdom belongs to the gods and is rare among men. The greater gift for mortals is to listen, to hear, and to follow wise advice.
There is something to be said, my lord, for his point of view. And for yours as well. There's much to be said on both sides.
Am I now to take lessons from children?
No lesson you need be ashamed of. This isn't a question of age, but one of right and wrong.
Now you would teach me right from wrong. Is it right to admire an act of unlawful disobedience?
Not if the act were also dishonorable.
And was this woman's act not dishonorable?
Not in the eyes of thieves.
The eyes of thieves. I am thieves!
A one-man state? Now who speaks as a child?
Not as a child, as a king. I am responsible for this state as I am responsible for myself. The state and the ruler are one.
Only if you rule a deserted island. Here you must govern with people.
This is a woman speaking in you.
No. No, unless you're the woman. It's you I'm fighting for.
How? When every word you say is against me.
Only because I know you are wrong.
Wrong? To respect the law? To respect the authority of rule?
What sort of respect tramples on all that is holy?
The daughter of Oedipus moves your tongue. Have you no will of your own? Coward, slave, will you turn away from your father to plead the cause of this woman?
It's not the cause of my bride I plead, but your cause and mine. The cause of our people, the cause of the gods.
The girl has made her choice. We'll never marry her this side of death.
If she dies, she won't die alone.
I won't listen to your threats.
Is it a threat to argue against your stubborn pride?
You forget to whom you speak.
No! You are my father. Were you not my father, I would call you mad.
Speak, boy. Say what you will. Save these soft words for this girl who makes you her slave.
Father, listen.
I do listen. I listen to your impudent whining, to your insults and lies. I listen to you shame your father in the streets of Thebes. Bring out the girl. Now, let her die here, this instant, with her bridegroom beside her.
That is a sight I shall never see, nor from this hour shall you again see me.
Passion, arrows, fire from the gods that consumes all it creates. In every corner of the earth, passion, arrows, waits.
In the surge of the sea, in the roar of thunder,
And the cry of a child.
in the arms of a lover,
Between fathers and sons.
Between women and men, between peoples and states, passion, arrows, waits to catch our souls in the grip of madness. Passion, arrows, love.
what power is greater than love?
What battle is not lost of passion?
Relentless flame that kindles
And kills the best that lives within us. Love, passion, arrows. Love, passion, arrows. Fire from the gods that consumes all it creates.
Let those that will witness your wickedness and pride.
My lord, who shall say what a young man may do in anger?
Oh, let him go, let him go. Let him rage till he can rage no more. His raging shall not save these women.
You mean then to doom them both?
No, no. Not the one whose hand was innocent.
And to what death do you condemn the other?
Take her to a deserted place, where no man has ever walked. There close her within a cave. Leave her unharmed and with food. I will not have her blood on the hands of the city. There, let her pray for the return of her reason, or die, calling to the gods of the dead she loves. She will learn what hope there is for those who worship death.
Here is a sight beyond all bearing, at which my tired eyes must weep.
You see me on my final journey, taking my last breath in the light of day. I go to rest now with my family, alive, but buried in a rocky bower. My bridal gift and endless sleep. No wedding day, no marriage music. Death, not Haman, will be my lover.
What glory and praise
gods will honor your deed. You go with your beauty unmarred by sickness, your body untouched by sword. Living and free, you have chosen your fate. You face death as no woman before you. Niobe, the daughter of Tantalus, was doomed to such a fate. On the top of Mount Sipylus she died, locked in chains of ivy, crying in grief to the merciless sun, to the driving rain which beat down upon her. Alone on that rock, covered in tears, Niobe called to the gods, and in their silence, so the stories say, she slowly turned to stone.
She stands there still, in the melting snow. The rock of Sipylus, like you, my sister, stubborn and proud, washed with eternal weeping.
Niobe wasn't made of immortal birth. So much greater your mortal glory. Share the fate of a goddess. A living death, but a name undying. Surely the gods will see your goodness, even if men and the fates are blind. Your name will be set in places of honor. Your story retold in poet's song.
These words are more mockery than comfort. Empty tales of dreaming women. I have no wish to die a martyr or to find a place in a mortal song. I acted simply to honor my brother. That simple deeds like stones dropped in water rippled wildly beyond all thought. I fear the gods look down in laughter at all our miseries and the follies of fate.
The day and the time grow short, as does my patience with this willful woman. Enough of these mournful words. Take her away.
O Thebes, O sons of my city, will you stand in silence in the home of my father and watch me unjustly banished? To this rock-hewn chamber, to this cold tomb must I go to linger alone between life and death?
My child, you have chosen your way beyond the limits of daring and pushed against the law and throne.
This fate, it seems, the gods require from you as from your father.
My father, my soul, unending burden of the house of Oedipus. My mother, my brothers, whom now I follow, in honoring their death, have I found my own?
Your act in itself was one of good, but you flew into the face of order. You put the law into your own hands.
You placed yourself above the good of our city and turned away from the voice of reason.
Even an act committed in honor cannot stand above authority and rule.
Our city will fall without respect for order. If we betray the law, we betray our state.
Your willful passion, no matter how righteous, placed the good of one above the protection of many.
Your pride alone has led you here.
And alone I must go, down the way that lies before me. No funeral hymn, no marriage music, no son, no heir from this day forth, no friend to weep at my departure. So to my grave, my bridal bower, my everlasting prison, to join again my kinsmen, my family who dwell in the mansions of death. Last and unhappiest of my ill-fated house I go, more girl than woman, lost to death before my time. Yet I know my father waits for me there. My mother will welcome me with tears, and my brothers both will greet me gladly. Each of you I have laid to rest. Bring prayers and offerings at your graves. Yet for this honor to you and the gods, which all good people should count as right, I have earned nothing but suffering and death. How can this be lawful? How can this be just to act rightly and to suffer such wrong? Never a bride, never a mother, unfriended, unborn, unloved. What law of heaven have I wish them no worse instruction.
Still the tempest gusts in her heart. The more cause to hasten her guard to go about their business.
Your words have the sound of death.
She will hear no other voice.
Gods of our fathers, people of Thebes, I am Antigone, daughter of Oedipus. I go now to die in a rocky tomb, the prisoner of Creon, my uncle, your king. I have no shame in my actions. I have honored those things to which honor truly belongs.
Away with her now to her vaulted cell. Leave her and let her die if she will, or call to the gods for grace. Her blood will not stain the hands of Thebes, but today in our city her life is ended.
Sing to me, daughters of Thebes. Raise your voices above this sorrow and hate.
Weeping and wailing at the doors of death. The voices of women can cry forever, yet never changes the motion of fate.
So the hands of destiny work beyond our understanding.
Yet others too, both wicked and pure, have suffered the touch of uncaring fate, sealed alive behind unfeeling walls of stone, of metal, of anger, of hate. Bodies left to wither and die, spirits lost, with no escape.
So the force of destiny moves beyond all mortal knowing.
Power unbending to war wealth, unyielding to cries, unmoved by reason, rewarding right as often as wrong, yet good and evil not comprehending.
Silence! There will be no mourning. As for her brother, so for this woman who sets herself against our state.
Is there any wisdom in the world?
What is the meaning of that taunting sigh?
Noble king, I bear news from the oracle.
Welcome again, Tiresias. To you and your eyes. What news from the gods?
Words of warning, my son. And little time to waste if you would hear and heed them.
Grave words, good priest.
Creon, mark me now, for you stand on the razor's edge. At the seat of the oracle where I sit, to read the signs of heaven, is a gathering place for every kind of bird. Their songs filling the temple with music of the gods. Yet, there today came to my ears no songs but sounds of birds in vicious combat. Savage cries and whipping wings, tearing each other with deadly talons, bucked and shrieking, gruesome war. Full of fear at this omen, I made an offering at the altar fire. The gods would send no answering flame. The gods turned away from our gift in silence and left their fire to smolder and die. Even now the ashes of our altar lay cold. Our temple stands empty, dark in despair. Through the eyes of this child who sees for me, that I may see for others, I have read the signs of a sacrifice failed.
How can the gods be unhappy on the day they bring us victory and peace? Why would they deliver our city, then turn their blessings away?
King, an unhappy answer. This blight on our city is by your hand. Our fire feeds with wild beasts, that draws down vultures, blood that by your order stains the ground of Thebes, the unblessed blood of Oedipus, spilled from the veins of his unburied son.
No act of man has power enough to pollute the goodness of the gods. The heavens have led us to order. They would not turn away for such a reason.
Humble yourself before these omens, my son. Even kings fall into sin. But the sinner is not forever lost who will repent and make amends. Bend yourself to the will of heaven.
To the will of heaven, or to the will of a priest? Your words have meant much to our people, Tiresias, but I know your art of old. I have seen you sell promises of comfort and work your miracles for gifts of gold. Are the words of our priests now for sale to those who see profit in our blood? Would you, with these rebels, keep us at war, to fill your temples, to line your altars with unholy gold?
My lord, I have known the priests to be honest. I fear these words are indeed from the gods.
The priest would not be the first to seek power and profit behind the mantle of God. I know, Tiresias, how behind your blessings you've stood against my rule. Have you made me your target now, as before you made my son Megarius? Your prophecy marked him as our price for peace, pushed him from the walls of our city, a sacrifice torn from my home by the gods, or sold by a prophet for promises of gold. You have bartered my son, Tiresias, and now you would make me your good, to trade and traffic to your gain.
I understand your pain, my king, and forgive these bitter words. Your son sacrificed his body in battle, as did the children of all our state. He was pushed by his faith in the gods, not by the hand of a priest. My will was only for his good, as now it is only for yours, and for the good of our city. This warning is not from my mouth, but from the lips of the gods. Pay to the dead his due. Wound not the fallen. It is no glory to kill and kill again, nor to send righteous children to living graves. Only a fool is governed by unyielding pride.
It is not foolish to trust in the law, but great and terrible is the fall, Tiresias, of mortals who seek unholy profit by uttering evil in the guise of good.
Even when the messenger is hated, a wise king will listen to sensible words.
No! Trade as you will, Tiresias, but all the silver of Sardis and all the gold of India will not buy a tomb for this traitor, or freedom for those who defy our rule. The law is written and delivered, and your purchased words cannot change the order.
Words can be purchased, good king, but not understanding. What price can be set on careful wisdom?
None, good priest, and were you wise, you would more carefully speak.
And were you wise, my son, you would more carefully listen.
I have no wish to quarrel with you.
You quarrel with the gods, calling their prophecy false.
The gods I honor, Tiresias. It is their prophet I call false. Your words are not free gifts of heaven, but bought and sold in the streets of Thebes.
There are those of my calling who seek such profit, as there are kings who seek unrighteous gain.
Do you call your king dishonest?
No. I call my king stubborn and proud. I call my king senseless and lost. I call my king to listen to the gods.
Take care, good priest. You tread on dangerous ground.
All of Thebes is in danger, king, yet you will not hear its cry.
Speak then. Reveal your mind. But you share your words with no hope of gain.
Can you still think my motive is greed? The words of the gods are not for sale.
Nor is the will of the king.
Then hear this, proud king. Before the chariot of sun has finished another day, you shall lose the last of your sons. In payment for the death you have brought, two debts your house must pay. One for this child, sent to a living tomb. The other for the dead, still without a grave, lying unburied, unhonored, unblessed by the gods, his blood a feast for vultures and dogs. The wheels of fate you have pushed into motion, and nothing can alter their turn. Even now, the avenging furies, the hunters of hell who seek and destroy, lie waiting to turn your evil deeds against the dearest that you call your own. Do I speak this for gain? I speak for the gods. The time is soon when your house will be filled with the weeping wails of men and women. The people of Thebes will scream curses at you for the pollution you bring to their altars and homes, for defiling their city with the death of children, with the unholy blood of an unburied son. These are my words. This is my order. These are the words of the gods! Come, child. Lead me home. We shall leave this king to vent his anger on younger, more willing ears. Time will teach his arrogant tongue to speak his mind in milder tone.
My lord, the priest has foretold terrible things. Forgive me, sire, but I that was young and am now old have never heard the words of this oracle and seen them proved to be wrong.
I have tried to protect this city, not bring it to ruin. It is foolish to give in to this curse, to trust this prophet above myself, above reason and law. Yet, if these words are true,
Both ways are hard. But it is time to weigh all thought, to seek good counsel.
what is it you would have me do?
Set up a grave for the unburied body, and release Antigone from her rocky tomb.
You would have me do this, after all the
Yes,
work?
my son. The wise leader can admit a wrong. Your people will praise you as a merciful king. Your law was meant to serve, to protect our city, not to destroy.
Yes, yes. It is difficult to give in, but I cannot stand alone against fate.
Go now, and quickly. Let no hand but yours turn the grave. Hurry, my lord. The Furies move swiftly against the follies of men.
Yes, yes. I will go now. Bring only her sister to share in the sacred rites. And call Ismene. Bring shovels and picks. At last my mind is clear. I have left this body unburied and this woman entombed against the will of the gods. Now with my own hands I must bury the one with all due honor and free the other from her rocky tomb. Come, child. Surely the heavens will smile upon us when they see these holy acts are done.
May the gods will it so. Bacchus, come to us now. Heal your sacred city.
O Bacchus, whose names are many, son of the thunderer, giver of wine, Dionysus, Igus, bringer of joy, child of Cadmus, born of Thebes.
O Bacchus, mighty through all the earth,
come to us now in your troubled home.
Thebes, thy mother sickens for thee, the healer of all her ills.
Our gentle rivers sigh for thee.
Our stars hunger for your touch of fire.
Our valleys long for your dancing feet.
Our nights for your songs of passion. O Bacchus, Dionysus, Igus, come!
Return to your city again, and your temples fill with sounds of joy.
Let the night shake with night-long revels. O Bacchus, Dionysus, Igus, come! Set pleasure afoot and delight abounding.
The men of Thebes stand ready to sing.
The women to dance at your bidding.
O bountiful God, return to us! Return to us! Dionysus, Igus, Bacchus, come!
Men of Thebes, here in tent.
Ismene, where's the king? What news?
Death. And and the guilt of it on living hands.
Who dead? And by what hands?
Haman is dead, slain by his own
father.
His father drove him to it, but the hand was his own.
Then all has happened as the priestess foretold.
My friends,
The queen! Welcome, my lady.
I spent this day in Athens in prayer at the temple of Pallas for the soul of my son, Megarius, lost to this bloody war. News arrived that the fighting was ended and we hurried again to Thebes. But from your hollow faces, I fear that joy was too soon spoken. What would this happen? What more must we bear? Speak! I am no stranger to grief.
Madam, it was I who saw it, and I will tell you what truth I know. I followed the king, your husband, to the edge of the field where the body of Polynices, my brother, lay. We prayed for him and washed his remains so that the gods would welcome his spirit. And with all holy rites we burned the body, and over the ashes raised a mound of earth. Our prayers finished, we turned toward the mouth of the cave where Antigone had been imprisoned. By the order of Creon, she waited there, to marry with death, not with Haman. But before we reached the accursed tomb, we heard cries of miserable anguish. The king ran to the mouth of the cave and pulled the stones from the passage, and with bleeding hands he entered the vault, and I followed with a torch to see my sister in the corner of the cave, hanging from her neck. The rope was of pure white linen woven from strips of her dress, and with his arms about her stood your son, weeping, lamenting his newly lost bride. When Creon saw them, he moaned in horror, and his own eyes filled with pain. He cried for Haman to come away and reached to pull him from the cave, but Haman pushed aside his hand, and with a murderous scream in the face of his father, drew his sword and blindly swung till he fell exhausted at last to his knees. We're seeing Creon standing still, unharmed. He turned the sword against himself and thrust it deep into his side. While we watched his life ebb away, Haman reached to hold my sister. Embracing Antigone with enfolding arms, his spurting blood staining her body red. I ran from the cave and left them there. Two bodies entwined, wedded in death. A witness to the world of ill-fated love and the calamity that comes through the pride of man.
What is the life of man? A thing not fixed for good or evil, fashioned for praise or blame. Chance raises him onto heights. Chance casts him down. None can foretell what fate will bring, nor truly understand what it is. Creon was once an enviable man. He saved his country from her enemies, and with his people shouting praise, assumed the sovereign throne. His only joy was to protect this city, as he sought to protect his family and home. The honored king of a noble city, the honored father of a royal house. Now, all is lost. For life without its joys is a waking death. Such a life creons, and all who love without glamours. Riches and rank and shoes of state, without the joys of home and heart. Of nothing. Empty shadows.
Most brave, most honorable woman. She goes to vent her grief alone.
I will follow. Her loss is my own.
The voice of the king, bearing the weight of the gods.
Oh, see the fruits of stubborn pride. See the end of unbending law. I am the slayer, and here is the slain. I am the father, and here is the son. Dead for my fault, not for his own.
Alas, too late have we seen the truth.
So I learned in my sorrow. Fate has delivered its punishment. The gods have struck down my hope, trampled my last hope of joy.
What more? What worse pain could follow?
Oh, insatiable fate! Will you destroy me yet? I am dead already.
Look then and see. Nothing is hidden now.
Oh, this and more you must bear.
Blood. My child and my wife. And my son. The mother.
There at the altar stood your wife and queen. The wedded knife closed in her hand. And in the darkness she called to the dead, to Megarius, her eldest, to Antigone, my sister. To Haman, her youngest, she called in prayer. Then crying a curse on you, their slayer, she turned the knife in her trembling hand and plunged the blade into her heart.
Is this a sword for me? To end this misery?
The burden of these deaths is on your head, as is the pollution of this city.
There is no man can bear this guilt. Let me not see another day. Come, strike me. Strike me to the heart. To die is best, if anything is best in evil times. Death is my only happiness.
No! The future is not to be known. Our care must be with the present.
I ask for nothing more than death.
Ask for nothing. To die is easy. Only living is hard. What shall come, no mortal can know. What will be, no mortal can escape.
Oh God. Nothing. I have no life that is blindly betrayed. My city, my family, my sons, my wife. I know not where I should turn, where to look for peace. My comfort lies before me, dead. And all that I dreamed has come to nothing!
Of happiness, the greatest part is wisdom. Not just to know, but to understand. Not just to hear, but to listen.
In a world uncertain, the right can be wrong,
And even the good may bring about evil.
the only hope of man is to honor life, to uphold laws, both mortal and divine.
Beware the man who lives in pride.
Thinking his way the only right, his view the only good.